Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to the session. We'll start our today's session on the data warehousing. So as I have already mentioned, if you have any questions during the session, first 45 minutes, please ask through chat. After that, if you have any other questions, you can ask, you can raise hands and you can ask directly to me. Okay. So we have seen different tables in data warehousing. We do have a dimension table and fact tables. So dimension tables are like different dimensions. Okay, if I want to analyze my business from different dimensions like customer, product, date wise, location wise, then I can go for the dimension table. And fact tables are transactional tables. It will have most of the measures and primary key from these dimension tables. Okay, so we do have two types of tables, right? So schema, mostly like a star schema and snowflake schema. That's what we have seen. And we do have a different types of dimensions. See, out of all the dimensions, so if you see the dimension tables, we do have slowly changing dimensions. So different dimension tables are available. Slowly changing dimensions and degenerated dimensions, role play dimensions, junk dimensions, and conformed dimensions. So these are all the different types of dimension tables are available in the real-time projects. Sometimes if you are going for any interview, they will be asking questions. Okay, can you tell types of dimension table in the data warehousing project? So even if you are going for Tableau, Power BI, or any ETL tools or anything, this concept remains same. Okay, this data warehousing concept is remains same across all the ETL and across all the reporting tools. Okay, so what is slowly changing dimensions? See, most of the dimension tables are slowly changing dimension only. So why slowly changing dimensions? So if you take customer table, if you take the customer table here, these customer tables, see, today I'm getting data from the source and I'm going to load it here, right? I'm going to load it here in the dim cust table. This is what my dimension table, dim underscore cust or cust underscore dim or dim underscore customer. This is what normally we will call it in the data warehousing project. So if you see this, okay, today I'm getting 100 customers on the source. So that will get loaded here, right? Today I'm getting 100 customers. Yes, it will get loaded. All the data will get inserted. Very newly, I have created this customer table. It will get loaded here. This is what 100 records has been inserted. After that, after today's load, in addition to this, I'm getting 50 records newly, right? So the customer table will not get all the customers list. For an example, up to today, I have 1 million customers or 0.5 million customers. I will not get all the customer in single day, right? So it will be like years of transactions. So that's what I will have. And if I'm getting 50 customers newly, so that will get inserted here. In addition to that, in this 100 customers list, some 2 customers have changed their mobile number or address or anything. That means they have changed it. So that should be captured right here. So that means in addition to 100, we will be inserting all the 50 here, 50 records inserted, and 2 records will get updated. So it's like a slowly changing. This table will get slowly changing. The dimensions are getting slowly changing. All the customer will not change address on the same day. All the customers will not change mobile number on the same day, right? And these attributes are slowly changing. That is what slowly changing dimensions. Okay. If you see this slowly changing dimensions, we have different types. We have different types. We will see these types we will later, but I will tell you we have the type 1 and the type 2 and the type 3. Right? So we have 3 different types and type 6 also. Type 6 is nothing but the combination of all the types. So type 1, no history will be maintained. Simply if I'm getting updated here, if I'm adding some address, I'm updating here, I move to different address. Then the data warehouse also it will get updated here, right? So that is type 1. If I'm updating address here, I will go for soft delete. You know, right? Soft delete. See, soft delete means existing data, I will make it like inactive, right? Inactive or 0 or whatever it may be, flag or version or anything I'll put. And one more time, I will insert the record with this. This is an active record, right? So this is an active record, means flag is 1 active. So this is called type 2. Type 2 is nothing but history will be maintained. The row level history will be maintained. That's what we'll go for type 2. And type 3 also history will be maintained, but this is a column level history. So only columns will maintain. But these types we will see clearly when we are going to see the in IICS also, we will see completely how to implement all these types with MD5 function, catching options, all this we'll see one by one. This is what the slowly changing dimensions, right? So we have the slowly changing dimensions. Just to go through that, address or phone number changes, but not regularly, right? So that is called slowly changing dimensions. Then we do have conformed dimensions. So what is conformed dimensions? If you ask what is conformed dimensions, see one dimension table. If you take any dimension table, this dimension tables is common for multiple business unit, multiple schemas, and multiple fact tables as well. Okay. This dimensions is shared among multiple subject areas or data marks. Okay. The dimension table is shared among multiple subject areas. The dimension table will have more dimensions. Okay. Same can be used in different projects without any modification done in the same. This is used to maintain consistency. Conformed dimensions are those which are exactly same or a proper subset of any other dimension. Say for an example, time dimension. If you're going for a time dimension table, right? See, most of the project you will have the time dimension table, dim underscore time, dim underscore date, okay, underscore, or you'll be having a time underscore dim. So this particular table will have a key, right? So you'll have a key here, something like a date key or something. So this is a key values, and then you'll have a date and which is the month, okay, which is the month and which is the year, which week, okay, week number. So like this, most of the columns will be there. Many columns will be there in this particular table, and they used to create this table for next 200 years, 100 years. Next 100 years, they used to generate the values, and from here, whenever the transaction is happening, they will assign this particular date key. With this date key, you can identify, okay, which year it is, which week number, which week, which month, even day, or all these details you can take. Okay. In this particular table, these columns are common between multiple schemas, multiple data marts and everything, right? So this table is called it as conformed dimension table. Okay, conformed dimensions, and these dimensions are conformed dimensions. Clear? So conformed dimensions, I have given some examples, so please go through that. You will get clear idea. If you see this, two fact tables. You can take this. This is one fact table, fact 1. This is fact 2. Two fact tables, and you can have this table combined. Okay, so you can have for this model, you can have the date. This model also you can have the date, right? So that's what one particular dimensions shared between multiple subject areas, multiple fact tables. There are two fact tables. Fact table 1 is to determine the number of products sold by the geography, some locations, location wise products sold. And we have another fact table will determine revenue generated by the customer. Okay, revenue generated by the customer. This is another fact table. Fact table 1, fact table 2. Two fact tables are there, and for both of them, the product ID name source is coming from the product table. Okay, product table. See here, I have taken time dimension, right, or date dimension. Same way, if two fact tables are there, so this is one fact table, this is another fact table. For that fact table, we are having a product as the dimension. Product dimension. The product dimension is common for both fact tables. So this key also we are using. The key also we are using with the two fact tables. So this kind of dimensions, okay, product ID, name, and source, all these dimensions are confirmed dimensions. Clear? I have given some other examples also. Please go through that. You will get clear idea. Then we do have junk dimension. What is junk dimension? This is a single dimension is shared between multiple fact tables, right? Then we do have junk dimension. What is that? A junk dimension also is a group of attributes, something like group of attributes, one or more columns in the dimension table, group of attributes of low cardinality. So cardinality means you will have the cardinality concept in the database, right? So just you go through that, I will explain. It contains different or various attributes which are unrelated to any other attributes. See here. So this is one fact table. Okay, fact table. It has all the key values from the dimension table, customer ID, product table, product ID, transaction table, transaction ID. And then we have the store ID. And here, if you see this transaction code, coupon indicator, and something repay, right? Repay indicator. See, or prepay indicator. These columns like transaction code, coupon indicator, or prepay indicator, all are indicator field. Okay, all are indicator field. And in this existing format, each one of them is a dimension, right? Yes, these are all dimension only. These columns are coming from the dimensions, but these are all from the junk dimension, you can say. What is the junk dimension? Since it is indicator, right? Using the junk dimension principle, we can combine all of them into a single dimension table. So what we can do, we can combine transaction code, coupon code, coupon indicator and prepay indicator. These three into one dimension table. Okay, one dimension table, and we can generate one key for all of the three one. Okay, if you see this, customer ID, product ID, transaction ID, store ID. After the store ID, we are combining that. We are generating one ID called a junk ID. So what is junk ID? It's another dimension table. In that table, for each and every junk ID, we will have the transaction code, coupon indicator, and prepay indicator. So with this ID, I can get what is indicator, all this. I do not want to go for multiple columns. I do not want to maintain it in the fact tables. So in this fact tables, I will maintain only single column, combining 3 to 4 columns. Whenever needed, I will go for, okay, what is the prepay indicator? I want to check with this chunk ID, I can get it, right? So that's what we will go for one single dimensions. In this dimension is called junk dimension table. Clear? This is called junk dimension table. So next dimension table is degenerated dimension table. So degenerated dimension table means there is no separate dimension table. Okay, there is no separate dimension table. In the fact table itself, we will have the dimension column. Okay, so what is that fact table itself? See here, you see this fact table, quantity, yes, it's a measure, right? Amount is measure. Product ID is coming from the product table. Product ID is coming from the product table. And what about the invoice number? Do we have invoice table separately? No, we do not have invoice table separately. In this fact table itself, for each products, we are maintaining invoice number. This invoice number column is not there with, it is not connected with any other dimension table. There is no separate dimension table for this invoice number. Okay, this kind of dimensions are called as degenerated dimensions. Okay, it attributes which are stored in the fact table itself. Okay, the attributes are stored in the fact table itself and not as a separate dimension table. Those attributes are called degenerate dimensions. For example, the ticket number, invoice number, transaction number, all these are degenerated dimensions. If somebody asks what is degenerated dimensions, it is not a separate dimension table. The dimensions are kept in the fact table itself. Okay, that's what you have to explain. Okay, so that's what normalization. Normalization is different concept. Okay, normalization is nothing but splitting the table into multiple tables. That's concept. Here, this is dimensions. Okay, are you able to understand? These are all the dimensions, right? These dimensions, instead of maintaining 3 different dimension table, we are maintaining it into a single dimension table. That is called junk dimensions. Yeah, go through this the documents, you will get clear idea. Role play dimensions. So what is role play dimensions? If you see this, role play dimensions means the time dimension is single table, right? This is single dimension table. In this single dimension table, we have the date key, date, month key, all this we have, right? With that, you can go for sales fact. In the sales fact, you will have a different columns. You see this columns, and you can see the date, the sales fact. You will have order date. Okay, which day we have ordered, shipment day, close day. See where these date columns are coming from. Okay, they will look at this particular table, and then they will put, okay, order day is this one, shipment day is this one, the delivery date is this one, right? So in this example, sales fact has multiple relationship to the time dimension table on the key, order day, shipment day, and close day. So that's what you can go for the role play dimension. So this dimension table is called role play dimensions. If you see here, if you take order day, okay, separate. Are we going for separate dimension table for order day? Order day here? No. It is all the 3 columns is coming from the single dimension table only. But if you split it, you can split it like a 3 dimension table, right? So order day, shipment day, what is the delivery date, something like that. You can go for 3 different dimension table, but we are not creating as 3 different dimension table. We are maintaining it a single dimensions. In this case, this dimension is called it as role play dimensions. Okay. So these are all the types of dimension tables. If somebody asks, you can explain them. So we do have, but I will explain the slowly changing dimensions after some time. Okay. After some time, you will get clear idea. Okay. So what is fact table? You know fact tables, right? Already we have seen fact tables. So fact tables will have a foreign keys and measures. Fact tables will have the foreign key and measures. Types of fact tables. We have 4 different types of fact tables. One is additive, semi-additive, non-additive fact, and factless fact. So what is that? Say additive fact. So you know fact tables, right? Already. So what is a fact table? You'll have the all the primary keys from the dimension table, and it will have measures. See, we have additive fact. So what is additive fact here? So if I'm using additive fact, see these facts are measures. Okay, fact, that means the measures. Okay, so measures. So on which, so I have given already explanation just to go through that. So aggregation. So we are going to do the summation. Okay, the additive facts are measures on which aggregation can be done across all dimensions. Okay, so if you are going to do any summations of the summations you are going to do on the fact table with all the dimensions, then that is called. So if you can able to do summations, so different kind of metrics, if you can able to take, so that is additive fact. So that means all the dimension tables you can connect with, and then you can get. And some dimensions, only some dimensions, if you can take, okay, you have some. In the fact tables we have many dimensions, but you can able to do some dimensions only. Then you can go for additive fact, semi-additive fact, semi-additive, and you can go for non-additive also. Non-additive means none. Okay, so non-additive facts, This can be done across none of the dimensions. None of the dimensions. So this is called dimensions. Okay, we will see this one clearly. I have given the explanation also just to go through that. So you will get clear idea. So what is that dimensions and everything. Okay, so if you see this, so what is the additive? The additive facts are facts that can be summed up through all the dimensions in the fact table. Okay, that's what additive, semi-additive and non-additive. So if you take, okay, so even you can take this particular table, this particular examples. If you take here and star schema you have taken, right? So in this star schema, so I want to take, so if you have the something like the quantity. So if you take the quantity, if you take the quantity, can you take, sorry, can you take quantity by city wise? Yes, you can take city wise sum of quantity. How many quantity has been sold? Yes. Country wise, can you take the country wise when you take the quantity? Yes, you can take country wise quantity. How many product wise? Okay, how many products has, how many quantities has been sold by the products? Yes, you can take. Employee wise, this employee, how many quantity he has sold? So that is called, you can go for the additive fact. Okay, this particular fact. See, this is a fact, right? Quantity is nothing but fact. This fact is called additive fact. So what is this unit price? So unit price, you can go for, it is a non-additive. So what is non-additive? Sorry, mouse is not working correctly. So unit price is nothing but it is a non-additive fact. So that means, can I do country-wise unit price? No. Product-wise? No. Employees-wise unit price? Unit price is a common one, right? So unit price is common. It cannot be done across none of the dimensions. So that's what you can go for non-additive. Say for an example, you have something like unit left, or you have something like a tax here. So you take tax amount. See, if you take the tax amount is additive or semi-additive or non-additive. Tax amount. You have one column extra. What is the tax amount? See, tax amount is, it is a non-additive, right? So you can go for non-additive. Tax amount cannot be cannot be done for any dimensions, right? It's a one particular amount. It is a non-additive facts. Okay, so if you have something like how many unit left, you have done with unit left, or you have done with something like total price. Okay, so you have done total price. You take the total price. The total price, how much is the total price? Yes, you can go for total price for products, right? So I will tell you one more example here. To take this, in this example, date wise, you can go for sales amount. Okay, so what is the sales amount for date wise? Store wise, you can go for sales amount. And product wise sales amount. So this sales amount column is the additive fact. Okay, semi-additive. If you take this semi-additive, the account, the current balance is semi-additive. So what is this current balance? So current balance is semi-additive. You can go for current balance and profit margins are the fact. In this particular example, these two are fact, right? Profit margin, if you take, that is non-additive. Current balance, if you are taking, so this is called semi-additive. It makes sense to add for all the accounts, but not with the date. So current balance, we are not going with the date. So current balance is nothing but the end of the day. So what is the balance you have in your account, right? So we are not going to have, okay, so this particular date it is not current balance you are not going to define, right? Account wise current balance you are going to define. Account wise, current balance you are going to define on the particular day. But date wise, can you do only date wise current balance? No, we cannot do it, right? So not for one particular account, we are not going to do. So this is called current balance is called semi-additive, and profit margin or tax or whatever it may be, the unit price are non-additive. Okay, clear? So I have given some example just to go through that. You will get clear idea. And if you see this, yes, if you see this factless fact. So what is factless fact? So if you have a table, okay, in this particular table, if these columns are not available, if these three columns are not available in this table, you have only the foreign keys. Okay, only foreign keys. That means you have only the keys in the fact table, that is called factless fact. Means there is no fact here, right? See, these are all the facts. These facts are not available in fact table. That is called factless fact. So factless fact means you have only p values. Okay. So in the real world, it is possible to have a fact table that contains no measures or no facts. These tables are called factless fact. It will have only foreign keys. Okay, that's called factless fact. Okay. So just to go through this particular document, if you will get clear idea. So what is that? The types of fact tables, types of dimension tables. Degenerated dimensions. Degenerated dimensions. Yes, that's what I have explained, right? So here, the degenerated dimensions means, so you'll have this dimensions. So in fact table itself, it doesn't have any separate dimension table. Okay, it doesn't have any separate dimension table. It will have only the key values, the number values here. So this dimensions, we will call it as degenerated dimension. I'm talking about fact. See the quantity, the amount, right? That is different. The quantity sold is called nothing but it is an additive fact. The unit price is non-additive fact. The amount is not common for all the dimensions, right? See, this is additive, this is non-additive. Okay, so I will send you this particular document. Please go through that. These are all the star schema and snowflake schema, types of dimensions, type of fact. And I hope you are clear. Yes, average balance of customer account. Yes, semi-additive. Okay. So unit price for the product. Unit price is nothing but it's a non-additive. We are not going for this particular unit price for all the dimensions, right? So unit price is a separate one. So that's what unit price is, non-additive facts. Okay, see here, what is the difference between data warehouse and data lake? So data warehouse, use of factless fact table. Yes, it is. We are not using factless fact tables in real time. I haven't seen that, but some cases, if you want to keep only key values, that fact table is called factless fact. Okay, but even I haven't used any factless fact in the real time project. So data warehouse and data lake. So as I have explained, data warehouse is it will handle structured data. So all the structured data it will be handled, and it will be a processed data. So whatever the data we are collecting from the transactional table, we will process it and load it here. That is ETL process. This data lake is mostly like ELT process. So take the data from source and load it into the data lake and do the processing. So all the ML and the AI concept is Spark and all this Python code you are writing, right? For the machine learning, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, all the algorithms running. So that we will do it on the data lake. Okay. No, we are not. We do not have any separate naming notation for fact tables. See, fact tables are one table we are maintaining in the real-time project. Okay. In this fact tables, if you take, these are all the key values, right? See, these are all the key values up to here. These are all the key values. These keys are coming from the dimension tables. These two are fact. What kind of fact? That's what I have defined. It is not a separate table. Okay, it is not a separate table. We are not making this as a separate table. Based on the column, we are defining, okay, whether it is a factless fact or it is additive fact or semi-additive fact, something like that. It is not one entire table level. It is on the column level we are defining. Okay, this fact is semi-additive. This fact is non-additive. This fact is additive. That's the way. Clear? Okay. You go through that document, you will get clear idea. So one time you go through, you will get clear idea. Okay. This semi-structured, you'll have semi-structured. One fact table can hold different types of fact table. Different types of facts. It is not fact table. You are able to understand. Already I have explained, right? What is fact, what is dimensions. See, in this table, all are dimensions, right? See, customer name is dimension, customer city is dimension, state is dimension, country is dimension. So we can have the different dimensions of the customer. This is the key values. By this key, I'm joining here. So these are all the foreign keys in the sales item tables. This is the fact. Okay, it is not. These are all the facts. Facts is nothing but measures. Okay, so please go through that. You will get clear idea. Okay, I have explained. So understanding is this is what the factless fact are list. Okay, factless fact means it will have only foreign keys. So you can go for schema and write. Schema and write. So that means all the processed data, the processing wise, the schema and write, all the processed data in data warehouse, we will load it on schema and read. So that's nothing but you are going for the process. After loading the raw data, we are going to process it. Okay, schema and read. Structured, semi-structured, unstructured data, we will handle it on the data lake. Okay, this is the main difference between data warehouse and data lake. Mostly data warehouse will go for business professionals, and data lake will go for data scientist. Most of the AI and ML process is happening on the data lake. Okay. Security and agility. Agility is nothing but here reconfiguration is very less, but here reconfiguration is very, very high. So whatever the configuration needed, you can reconfigure as needed whenever it's highly agile in a data lake environment. Storage wise, it's a huge volume and low cost for the storage, but here it's expensive for the storage. You will go for Teradata, Netis, all this, right? So it's on-premises server. It will expensive for the data storage. And different roles. If you're going for the real-time project, these are all something like the extra knowledge, okay, on the data warehouse and data lake, just to go to that. What is the use case for ELT instead of ETL? Data lake is an ETL. Okay, so I have explained that. I hope you are able to understand, right? What is ELT process, ETL process? Okay, you are all working in. I hope you are all working in PowerCenter. You are already working on PowerCenter. Basic idea about this ETL, ELT concept, right? See, if you are taking the data from source, okay, direct forklifting you are doing by Informatica into the target system. This is called ELT. So you are taking the data, directly loading into the database, the data warehouse. After that, you are processing it. Raw data, you are loading it here. Then it is called ELT process. Most of the data lake projects are If you go to any Spark projects, okay, you are having machine learning, artificial intelligence, all this, right? So raw data only we will take. If you take something like social media content, most of the social media content, we will stream the data from source. Okay, live data we will stream. After loading into a data lake, we will process it. Process in the sense, okay, you are doing a lot of machine learning algorithm, right? Okay, how many customers you are giving for YouTube, you are doing the recommendation. YouTube is giving you the recommendation based on your previous search history, based on your how many hours you are watching that particular content. So based on your location, all this, it will, lot of algorithms are running, it will give you. So that kind of processing is called raw data, they will process it. It's a data lake, they will do it. But whatever we are doing, that is a ETL project. ETL means extraction, transformation logic. We will do it in the ETL tool, then load it into the target table. That is ETL. We are not doing any transformation logic. That is called ELT. After you are doing it. Okay. Business, see, if you go to real-time data warehousing roles, these are all the roles will be available. So you're having a business users here. They are providing, okay, they are asking, I need this kind of reports. If you take manufacturing unit, manufacturing company, they need, okay, so how many, the variant, okay, they are producing a diesel car, petrol car, and electric car, and which car is moving fast, and location wise, they want some metrics, some statistics they need. So they will say like, okay, this kind of statistics I need. So even a granular level, I'm saying. So they will ask that particular requirement to the report writers. Okay, I need this kind of reporting. It's a Tableau or Power BI reporters. They will be informing us. Okay, this report writers, Tableau report writers, they will say, okay, if I want to create this kind of reports, I need to have these data in the data warehousing. Then they will inform the ETL developers. Okay, the ETL developers is responsible for loading the data from the heterogeneous source system. So we will collect the data from heterogeneous source system and we'll load it. But maintaining the tables on the data model is called it as data model, right? So who will responsible for the people responsible for data models? You're having star schema, snowflake schema, galaxy schema. So what are the different dimension table we need to have? So all these models, the data modeler will create, an ETL developer will load it, and DBS will maintain all the database related stuff. Like what is the space required, what is the users and everything, access privileges on the database related, they will maintain it. In addition to that, we do have admin teams, ETL admin. Yes, we have. Like ETL admin will handle all the infrastructure related to the ETL, Informatica admin, IICS admin, all this. And then we do have the testing team. A separate team is called a testing team. They will do all the testing, ETL testing, report testing, all the testing they will do it. And data modelers, by using Erwin is one of the tool, right? They will do all the data modeling. So if you are going to a real-time project, you will be having a requirement gathering call or some high-level design calls. You'll be having it. So in that call, mostly the business along with reporting team, ETL developers, data modelers will come into picture. You'll be interacting with them. Okay, high level I'm saying, not for junior level. I'm saying that 10 plus years of experience, mostly they will do all the architect level. They will do all the kind of analysis along with other team members. So these are all the roles will be there in the real-time project. If you're going for any projects, yes, you'll be seeing the downstream, upstream applications are these kind of roles. So what are the popular ETL tools are there in the market? See, most widely used tools in the market is Informatica PowerCenter. Okay, Informatica PowerCenter is most widely most widely used ETL tools in the market. On the on-premises, you will go for PowerCenter, and now they are recommending the Informatica Corporation. They are recommending that you go for cloud. So that is called IICS. Okay, they have already announced it. So we will not provide any future support on on-premises server. So every project teams, you can go into migrate to IICS. That's what they have already recommended. Most of the projects, those who are running in Informatica PowerCenter, they are migrating. It's not one single day. Yeah, they will give some years of plan. By that time, they will ask all the project teams to migrate to IICS on the cloud. They are integrating all the tools, and on the let's see, for A and ML concept also they are bringing it. So you heard about this IDMC, right? So one more tool they are bringing. IDMC is another tool. Okay. So they are bringing, but it's not fully they have deployed, but it is on the POC state. They are bringing that A and ML concept here. Okay. I will tell you after some time what is that while taking IICS. And if you take a data stage, yes, this is from IBM. IBM, they do have ETL tool, data stage. Microsoft SSIS. The SSIS is mostly for the query based. So Informatica is very, very user friendly. Everything's like a drag and drop. So if you have already worked on Informatica PowerCenter, then working with other tools are little bit like you will be feeling that Informatica is better. Okay, when compared to all the tools. Why? Because the creating the ETL logic is very, very easy in Informatica PowerCenter. If anybody worked on any other tools, definitely you will feel you would have felt like something very good in experiences in Informatica PowerCenter and IICS. Okay, so even whatever we do have in Informatica PowerCenter, they are Informatica Corporation, they are bringing to IICS. Okay, last 1.5 years, 2 years, they have added so much concept in IICS, and whatever we do have that they are bringing it. And SAP, we have BODS, Business Object Data Services. Okay, so that we have previously we do have BODI, Business Object Data Integrator, but now they have changed the name to BODS. Okay, Business Subject Data Services. And Cognos. Cognos alone, it's like a reporting tool. Cognos Data Manager is the ETL tool in the IBM. But IBM, we are using data stage most widely. Oracle Data Integrator. SAS is like a statistical tool, but SAS Data Integration Studio is the ETL tool. So Oracle Warehouse Builder, Ab Initio, Talent, Apache Nifi, Pentaho, and Explantic. These are all the tools. But among all the tools, Informatica PowerCenter is widely used tools. If you have experience on Informatica PowerCenter, working with other tools are very, very easy. And it is similar concept. But tool-wise, there is a difference. Okay. But if you're working on these tools, right? If you work on this SAP is like similar to this IICS. It's like a web-based, the tool itself, it is showing like this IICS only. So I have worked on bots and SSIS. SSIS is mostly like a SQL query you have to run. You have to write it. If the company is having most of the Microsoft product, it's coming like a free product for them. So they will not go for one more new ETL tool for the license, right? So why? Because if they are using Microsoft SQL Server for the database, they are giving this SQL Server integrated services as a package. Then they will use it. They will not go for one more ETL tools. That's why the company still they are using SSIS also. So what are the different data visualization tools are there in the market? The data visualization, Explanity also, yes, we are using, but not that much. That's what I can say. Out of all this, it depends on the companies. Okay, we are Talent also, they are using open source ETL tool, but this depends on the company. But if you take 100 project, okay, most of the project, okay, 60 to 70% of the project, they will use Informatica PowerCenter. So Tableau is one of the data visualization tool, Power BI, ClickView or ClickSense, Cognos, SAP Business Object, Zoom Data, Looker, QuickSight from Amazon, SSRS. But nowadays SSRS we are not using. Instead of SSRS only, they have converted to Power BI. Okay, SQL Server reporting services. OBI is Oracle Business Intelligence, and Spotfire and MicroStrategy. See, these are all some of the reporting tools, most widely tools. Tableau and Power BI nowadays, most of them are using. If the company is using Google products, then they are using Google Looker. If the company is using AWS products, then they're using QuickSight, the data visualization tool. Okay, these are all the knowledge. If you're going for any project, yes. So these knowledges you need to have. Okay. And if you take something like in data warehousing project, you should have heard about this cube, right? So what is cube? So cube in data warehousing project. OLAP cube. Okay, so what is OLAP cube? So if you ask what is OLAP cube, and cube is nothing but your data warehouse environment. Okay, so cube is nothing but your data warehouse. It's like you are having a data warehouse, right? So if you take a data warehouse, we are going to analyze this particular database, this analysis on the different kind of dimensions. We are going to analyze it. Okay, so this is we are going to analyze by customer. So what is the customer wise sales, product wise sales, and location wise sales, and store wise sales, right? So different phases we are going to analyze it on the data dimensions. So that is called OLAP cube. So how the OLAP cube will work? If you take this, so we have different dimensions here. To take category dimensions, category is one of the dimensions here. We do have different categories. So what is this category wise sales? This category wise sales, this category wise sales. Yes, these are all the different analysis we are going to do. And if you take the time dimensions, we can say it's like February month. What is the total sales? February month total sales for this particular category. Yes, you can take it, right. So that's why you can do a lot of analysis on the cube. So that this is called OLAP cube. See here, category wise, time wise, and different measures we are going to analyze it. In stock, out of stock, all this. Okay, the same data is captured from the source system, but different kind of analysis we are going to do. So that is called how the OLAP cube is works. Okay. And if you see in OLAP, we have different operations. If you are working on the real-time projects, then these kind of the terminologies you would have heard from business analyst or somebody else, they will say like, okay, so roll up this particular table. Okay, this particular data you do roll up. You go for drill down operations. You go for slice and dice pivot operations. See what is this OLAP operations here? We have 4 types of analytical operations in OLAP. That is roll up. Roll up is nothing but summarization, summing up. Okay, and drill down is opposite to roll up. Slice and dice means so you can take slice from the cube and dice from the cube. So like a 1 dimensions, and from the large cube we are going to take small cube. Pivot operation is nothing but the transpose. Okay, pivoting the rows to column to rows. So if you take roll up is nothing but consolidation or aggregations. If you take this particular example, roll up activities on the see, these are all the queries we will write. So we will have one transaction is happening on this particular date. You know date key, right? So we have heard about this date key in the fact table. Yes, we will take the date key. Okay, date key we will take. In that date key, we will join to the dimension table. We can get what is the date, what is the month, year, the day, and which quarter, it is week number. All these details we can get, right? Yes. See, you can sum up all this. For an example here, the location wise, city wise, you have the transactions. You're having it, New Jersey, Los Angeles, Perth, and Sydney. You're going to display, you have displayed city wise the total sales. But I want country wise total sales, country wise. Then what I will do? This will sum up, right? This will sum up. Already you have done city wise summarization, but I will do the country wise sales. That we are going to combine these two into one country, and I will make it like a USA, this country. I'm going to this one, these two, I'm going to make it like a Australia. So that means we are summarizing it. And here you have January, February, March, all this. I'm going to sum up like Q1, Q2, Q3, all this. Here I'm not summing up, but I'm saying one example. If you do summarization, that is called roll-up activities. Cube conceptual analysis to identifying something. Cube is like a concept, okay, on the data warehousing environment. You assume that the data are there in this format. We can get a different kind of analysis. Okay, business analytics you can do on the data. You have data for all the city wise, location wise, all the data will be there. Whenever you are going to do the transactions for the particular store you are collecting, okay, which store, which city, which state, which country, which regions, everything we will collect on the transaction itself. But here I'm going for city-wise summation. After that, from that, I'm going for the location, country-wise summation. See, country-wise summation is nothing but, so already we have the city-wise data, but country-wise is nothing but roll-up activities. You do the roll-up on this particular data. So that's what roll-up. You have monthly data here. We have displayed already. But I want to go for roll-up on yearly data, quarterly data. That's called roll-up activities. But you have quarterly sales. You have to drill down as monthly sales. That is drill down activities. You are showing them, okay, for the customer, you are showing them already. This is what you are showing them the quarterly sales, right? On this particular product, clothes, this Q1 in this particular city, we have, this is the amount. But here I'm going to split up this 400 into these activities. This is called, it's a drill down operations. You're going to bring the data one more granular level. And even January month also, you can go for week, right? Weekly sales. I want to go for this particular year. I want to go for weekly sales. That is also drill down activities. Slice means one dimension is selected, a new slice will be taken. Okay, say for an example, one city I'm going to take. This particular data only I'm going to take. Okay, or this particular data only I'm going to take. See, New Jersey, Los Angeles, and Perth and Sydney. So that data alone I'm going to take for Q1. So that is called, this is called one slice. We are doing it right. So this is called one slice. We are doing it. That is called slice. Dice means it's a two-dimensional one. You are bringing from large cube. If you are doing it any small cube, so that is called dice operations. Okay, but these are all the dimensional activities. You are going for any kind of reporting you are generating, Tableau or Power BI, all this, right? They will be asking these type of questions. Okay, pivot operations is like you are transposing the data. So that is called pivot operations. Okay, these are all the different kind of roll-up activities on the particular tables. Just to go through that, these are all some extra knowledge I want to give you. Okay, and if you take something like data model concept, data model. So what is the data model? Normally, if you are going for real-time projects, data modeling also they will say. Okay, so what is data model? Data cubes are the data warehousing concept. Okay, data warehousing concept. Most of all the tables view with views only. Base table we will not take. From the views only, the final tables views will be created. From the views only, you will be creating different kind of analysis, business analytics on the data. That is called cube activities. Okay, views only, mostly like views only. So within the data model, we have three different data model. For any real-time project, first phase, if you want to build a database related, you will be doing the data model. Okay, you want to start a startup company. Okay, very first. If you want to go for online, yes, you have to do the conceptual design. Conceptual design means you are taking one pen and paper and doing it. Okay, if I'm going to do this business, what are the information I need to collect? Okay, I do have different customers. Yes, customer data I need to collect, and time. Okay, yes, I have to have, and different products. Yes, product wise sales I want to know, store wise, delivery wise. So all this I'm going to take, right? This is called conceptual model. First, there is no software tool is required. Only the entities are mentioned. Entity means tables. No attributes. Attributes means columns. Okay. No primary key, no foreign key mentioned. Only entities are mentioned. There is no software tool is required for this. So this particular model is called conceptual model. There is no, it is highly abstract. And this is what we will do first. If you are working on a data modeling team or a data modeler, so first you will be doing this data model. After that, after creating the conceptual model, you'll go for logical model. Okay. So where we will do, so we do have a tool called Erwin. So heard about this Erwin tool? So this is one of the tool. Okay, Erwin or Power Designer or some tools are there. Most widely used tool is called Erwin. So by using this tool only, we will do this particular logical model. So we will create, yes, we will create this kind of model here on the whatever we have created on the conceptual, right? From that, we will mention the primary keys and column names, all this, how these relationship are there. First, we will build, and whatever the details I need to collect from the customers or from the front end tools, so that will be defined. Okay, I need to go for a store ID, store description, store point of contact, which region it is, which city it is, when it has been created. All this I will collect. Whatever the details I want to collect from the store, I will collect from here as a first step is a logical model. After that, in the physical data model, by using the tool, we will go for we will define the column data type. We will define the column data type, primary key, foreign key relationship. Primary key, foreign key relationship, we have already defined, but with a data type and data length. Okay, what is the data type we need? What is the length? Okay, data length is needed. But here we just define the foreign keys, right? That's it. But here, if you look at foreign keys, which IDs are, which tables, sales table, fact table, dimension table, dim underscore dimension, time dimension, product dimension, store dimensions, all are like dimension tables. So we will create this kind of information in the tool, and then we will connect with the database. Okay, which database we are going to execute this particular model. We'll connect with, okay, so the data types like Oracle, DB2, all this, we are going to define, but the tool itself, okay, so if you select the database, the connection from this Erwin tool, the database, it will give you the data types and it will go and execute. Okay, if you are simply like execute these tables based on the primary key foreign key relationship, it will automatically go and create the tables in the database. We are not going to do manually. It will create the tables. It will give you the script. So with that script, you can go for. So normally this is what now we will do in the real-time projects. Okay. If you are going to work as a data modeler in any of the projects, yes, definitely you'll be working on this tool called Erwin. Okay. But it has a lot of concept, but I'm giving only high level. Okay. So these are all the topics are there for data warehousing. I will give you, yesterday I have already given this particular document. Please go through that data warehousing concept, understand fully on data warehousing. And from Monday, we'll go for IICS. Okay, so Monday, we will do the IICS architecture and we will do the installation. Okay, we will complete the installation on IICS and then we'll continue with IICS. Okay, so please have email ID, a separate email ID for IICS, or if you have one email ID, that is enough. After that, we can create after some time, after 1 month, you can create one more account with a different email ID. Okay. So this weekend, so what is the homework for this weekend? Please go through the concept of data warehousing and data lake and all the concept related to this. And you can define. Okay. Yeah, sessions are only from Monday to Friday, right? Yes, I have already informed Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. And yeah, 7 to 8. And yeah, we will have some extended time. So this is what normally we'll have. Okay. And if you see Monday, we will we will take IICS installation and IICS architecture, how it is differ from Monday to Friday
Right,
means
Chandra.
no class on weekend, right? Should I tell that? No class on weekend, Monday to Friday only sessions already I have. See, this weekend, see 7 days, the students will say, but they will not actively participate on Saturday and Sunday. That's why it's kept on Monday to Friday. If I'm going to keep Saturday and Sunday, Sunday and all, many of them will not attend. So that's a waste. Okay, that's why you go for Saturday and Sunday for the practice. Complete all the exercises, all the notes which I have given in the previous session, just to complete it. Okay. So go through that, all this. Yeah, please go ahead.
Chandra, you told that slowly changing dimensions, we have 1, 2, 3, right? In one of my interview, I have faced a question. They are having like 4, 5, 6 also. Some at some part they are using that also. Any chance you came through that?
No, no, no. No, we even I haven't used.
Yeah, I have Googled it. It was there, but
Yeah, it
I
was there,
never
but no
used it.
one, no one will use
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So even in my
Okay.
tenure, all the years, I haven't
So
used.
they were interviewing for some MD,
Yeah, yeah.
Informatica MD and thing.
Interview. They will ask why, because they will test you whether you have knowledge on all these concepts. Okay.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what they will test you. But real time, I haven't seen any type 6 dimensions and all.
Yeah, yeah.
So only we used to have type 2. So that is the type 2 also, it's a date dimensions we will have. Date, based on the date, we will keep it.
Okay.
But I will explain, okay, all the dimensions and the when we are going to have a SCD topic, right? So that time I will explain, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, sir.
Mhm.
Actually, the calendar that you have sent us through mail has Saturday and Sunday classes too. That's the reason, like, this
Oh, okay,
week
okay.
has classes. And yeah, that's
Okay,
what.
okay. So,
Is it
uh,
this week it
so
had weekends
no,
classes?
no, no,
Yes.
no. See, always,
Okay.
always you will have sessions from Monday to Friday. Okay. This is for everyone I'm saying. Always will have Monday to Friday IST timing. Okay. So if you are in
Okay.
US or you are in Canada, so make sure that your timing is from Sunday to Thursday, your evening
Yes,
time.
yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Monday
Mm-hmm.
to Friday, these 2 days I'm giving it to you for practice purpose. So why? Because I used to take previously Saturday, Sunday also for 7 days, but the 7 days people will get tired. They will not listen. Even if I have 50% attendance will not come for Saturday and Sunday, I
Mm-hmm.
will very few, 1 or 2 members only will join. That is
Okay.
entirely like a waste of time. That's why we will make sure that Monday to Friday we will have a session. Saturday, Sunday, you take your time and complete all the exercises which I am giving. Since you are also working professional, try to complete all the exercises, whatever the topics I have given, go through that recordings and do practice and complete that
Mm-hmm.
exercises. Okay. So
Yes, sure.
this week, please all of you spend the timing on learning data warehousing, data lake, business intelligence, all this concept. Okay. So I will share you some of, I have already shared some questions on data warehousing. With that explanation, try check whether you can able to answer those questions.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? I will send you, okay, I will send you a separate meeting link for Monday, next week, Monday to Friday. Okay. Next week, Monday to Friday, I'm going to send you a separate meeting link, a new meeting link. This got expired by today. I'll send you a new meeting link from Monday to Friday. Anyhow, I will post you on the WhatsApp also. Okay, remind you on WhatsApp. Is ODI is an ETL tool or ELT tool? See, ETL or ELT is a concept. ODI is a tool. That's it. Whatever the way you are going to load, that differs. Got it? See, all are like ETL tool only. Informatica PowerCenter is ETL tool. ODI is ETL tool. All are ETL tool only. The way you are going to load the data, that differs. whether it is a ELT process or ETL process. Did you get a chance to look at my query SQL day one? Yeah, that's what you have to check that queries. Okay. So why? Because I have given a lot of exercises, right? You go through that and you have to answer those queries.
I have a doubt on, excuse me, but this is around regarding SQL. Like a foreign key, can we have two different foreign keys from two different tables. Can we give it in a single line, like references, like foreign key from two different tables? No, right? Yeah, I've written it from two different things, but still I have a doubt for both. Okay.
That's correct. You have to write two different columns only. Why? Because this particular column, okay, one column you are making in two different tables, right?
Yes.
This table and this table. See, this might be a primary key here. That might be a foreign key here, right? So you are going to give the same column. You have to make it like two different columns only.
Okay.
Yeah. I have given more exercises to understand more and more. So that's why. Okay, if you are practicing it, yes, you will get a more clear idea.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
And Oracle also, it's like a ocean. We have a lot of concepts are there. Even we can still throughout our career, right? So a lot of concepts are there, Oracle, but as much as possible, I have covered on those 10-day sessions. Please go through that. Okay, you will get clear idea. But the thing is, you have to practice. Okay, you have to take one day session. You have to practice this 2 days and everything that you have to do. What is that question? Question number 3. Post it at question number 3. I will guide you. Even I haven't seen that. Question number 3 does not mention any question. Exercise 2. Okay, so these and all. Yeah, if it is not there, leave it. Okay. Where it is? So why? Because SQL and all I cannot give like each and everything. I cannot give one by one, right? You have to practice this. Which one? Day 1. SQL day 1. Create table, insert data. Okay, 1 minute. SQL day 1 exercise. Exercise 2. Exercise 2. Question number 3, right? These are like simply insert table, right? You have to create the tables. You have to insert the data. See here, create below tables and insert the data. That's it. Oh, I haven't give the here like this. You are saying. Okay, I thought it's understood, understandable. All are like a create table and insert data. That's it. Okay, those who are very new to this database, I have given. Okay, so if they are doing multiple tables with primary key, foreign key relationship, then they can able to understand clearly, and they will get a lot of practice, right? That's why I have given. Okay, I should have given like this. Create below table. Okay, so I thought, okay, it's understandable. Create below table products and insert the data. Is it okay? Okay, yeah, thank you. I have updated it. Yeah, do it. Do not open files and videos. Yeah, okay. Files and videos. See, one more time I will explain. If you are not able to open the video, if you are getting private video, okay, if you are getting private video, so make sure that in the YouTube account, open the YouTube here, see the account. So you'll be having an account here. In the corner, you'll be having account. If you go to YouTube, you will be having an account. You check which account has been selected. So you might be having one or more accounts. You select which account you are using. You have given that email ID to me. So that account only it will open. It will open in any devices. It is not a device dependent. Any devices it will open. But in the devices, you might have opened YouTube in another account, YouTube account. You may have more than one table, sorry, one account. That's what. So I did not get this folder access. Which folder access? I'm sending you daily basis, day-wise exercise. This one, first day itself I have sent. Can we send answers? Yes, one request from all of you. Many of them are sending exercises on day by day. They are practicing and sending. Please send exercises for Oracle day 1. Whatever you have completed, take the screenshot and send it to me. Day 2, you send it to me. I want to track your effort, okay, against each and every members. Okay, if you're already very good in SQL, don't worry. But you want to practice SQL. Once you have completed day 1, you send it to me. Day 2, you send it to me. So that means you can track yourself, right? Okay, I'm practicing daily. So you can utilize whatever you are spending the amount of time here and the amount of the payment here, that you have to utilize completely, right? So that's why I'm telling you, keep on. Please complete the day-wise exercise. Okay, this is what the exercises I have done. This is what today. This is what I have learned today. That I need. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all. We will stop here and we will take it next session on Monday. Monday is a new link. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you very much.